What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, October 27th, 2021. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you to the ones that have had a reading with me that left those kind comments below yesterday's video. I truly appreciate you. And consultations. Definitely open. I look forward to working with anyone who's interested. Definitely intense times, and maybe you want to know how that intensity is affecting you on a more personal level. Consultations are great for that, and looking into the future and seeing even the past and the present, all of that. So it can be very helpful. I look forward to maybe working with any of you in the future on that. Well, today's a very special day in the astrology. We do get a yod to this moon in Cancer from Venus and Jupiter, and I think that this is definitely there's a fated aspect to today. I would say between about 11 a.m. on the West Coast to about 4 p.m. on the West Coast. So you can do that math for whatever time you're in. But like this afternoon, something's showing up in our life that is trying to expand, that is trying to grow, whether it's relationships, nurturing aspects, how we take care of ourselves, this intuitive direction, something's showing up. So we're in this time right now where like we could have been feeling a little numbed out, maybe a little lost with a Venus square Neptune, but that's breaking apart. And now it's about kind of what we can expand on our future with the intuitive action that we feel called to. I definitely think something special happens today. This day gets a star. It's a great day. I mean, it's great for the people who are intuitively guided, who are trusting their gut and going towards what's going to bring them the most comfort and satisfaction, as well as the most expansion and value and sort of innovation that we could be looking for in our lives. It can be a little uncomfortable. Yods are not like a comfortable aspect because this is the kind of fate that can show up in a lot of different ways in our lives. So I think it also comes to decisions and choices we've made throughout this whole year, as we're seeing the sun at 4 degrees build up to the square to Saturn on Saturday. So not only is that square building, but the sun at 4 degrees is breakdown, breakthrough, as Christopher Witecki calls the step 4 in his step astrology. So, you know, there's something about today that is like, it could have this fated breakdown, but I swear if you can see the positivity and the abundance that can come in by listening to where you need to go and doing those things, there is gifts, there is benefit, there is something amazing, but it's also questioning a lot of the decisions that you've made this year. You know, we saw this conjunction with the Sun Saturn in January, so we're at this third quarter square of like, okay, what have we done this calendar year with the information and the truth and big decisions in our life? This is all kind of getting uncovered with the sun in Scorpio. So I think that we can, 4 is the door. We're seeing where so many different doors are opening, but with the Scorpio nature too, it's almost like there's definitely doors closing. And if you're not just passionately in it, probably not the thing. I mean, to be completely honest, and now you have to really trust your gut to take you in a new direction that's going to be more comforting to you. So whatever isn't comfortable in your life, we're starting to see where it's like, why do we put ourselves in that if we don't really need to go in that direction, or if we have to really go through uncomfortable times to get to the other side? So a little bit of that in our personal lives today. And we're also going to see the moon square Mars into the evening. And it's going to oppose Pluto with this yod. So not only that, but we have Venus building up on a semi-sextile to Pluto. We have Pluto and Jupiter in a semi-sextile. So Pluto's right in the mix of this whole day too, which adds to the scorpionic energy of like, wow, there's something deep that's getting brought to the surface. And we kind of have to just really feel it and acknowledge it and be open to what's breaking down and what's taking us into the future, what's taking us into the abundance and the magic that we could all desire. But it's definitely like figuring out new exciting ways, figuring out what it is that you want in your life, and kind of like not thinking that it's an illusion, not thinking that it's not there. We're going to see the moon trine over to Neptune today. It's high sensitivity, but this is like beneficial sensitivity. If we look at the moon cycle to Neptune, it's 5th house. I mean, there is some really positive action and direction that can be taken based off of the vision, based off of what you know is going to bring the magic into your life, and going in it and just going and trusting that. And I feel like this trust can come through really, maybe not the most fun decisions or not the most fun feelings, but we have to get into those, dark places at times so that we can shine a light on them and really, grow from them and metamorphosize and alchemize this direction in our life that's going to bring us what we're looking for. So I think today is like a magical day where if this week's felt like kind of bleh, or kind of a little slow or lost, like this is where we get that footing if we're willing to go in to the deeper layers of ourselves and act accordingly with where that's trying to take us. Something very positive can come up. And it's definitely like a force of action with the moon square Mars today. Like it's time to get up and go. This is a cardinal square between the moon and Mars. It doesn't get much more like go make your life beautiful. Go find the connections that are beautiful. Stop weighing out stuff in your life that you don't want to identify with, and stop needing to be pushed along to do it. Like this is where you have to, be the one pushing yourself to bring justice and balance in, and the depth and the passion that you could be looking for in your physical reality. So very strong day. Like I said, star, double star. Today has this special energy as we have a lot coming up with that moon coming into Leo tomorrow and getting ready to square the sun. And really T-square the sun with Saturn and oppose Saturn. So talk about like fated times. Something's going to show up in our worlds, in our personal life, in the world today that is trying to course correct with the finger of God and take you towards a very like destined place. And we want to be open to the transformation of that destined place without, maybe judging it or believing it needs to look a certain way, but being curious and open to really where it can go. And I think that there's a level of like fearlessness that can be extremely powerful, because fear on a day like this can kind of hold you back from maybe this great direction that is going to bring this comfort into your life that maybe you're lacking or that you feel like isn't going to come. There's something today that's ready to kind of blow all that up so that you can get what you want. So I think that there's a high level of magic, and it's very intuitive right now. So you kind of have to really not look at, with a Mars finishing up here in Libra, like you have to have some other approval to do the things that you need to do or want to do, or what's going to bring more, identification and passion and intensity that you might be, craving. It's almost been kind of, it feels like a little boring. Like it's almost like today kind of pops the top on where things are going. And then, with the sun starting to square Saturn, that's building up too. And it's definitely, we can definitely feel like there's walls up or blocks up when it comes to our future and how to connect to that. But it's almost like if you can just really connect to the passion and the deeper layers and, kind of have faith that you can find the power you need within to make the magic come to life instead of just believing. It's like really believing and feeling into it, which does kind of manifest, but we have to also be able to communicate these things. And I think that moon early in the morning squaring Mercury helps, and Mercury is starting to go faster as we're within a week of Mercury coming out of shadow. I just circled that and I'm not on that screen, but Mercury's at 16 degrees. It's getting ready to quincunx Neptune for the third and final time, and it's kind of at this midpoint trine with Jupiter and Saturn. So we're definitely at a place mentally where we have kind of reevaluated a lot of our relationship dynamics, outer world aspects, and I think we are ready to make that really justified decision based on the intuitive call to action today, with a very fated day. And I think that there's gifts and magic that does want to show up, but you have to believe in it while also being true to the fact and not like settling for less. This is definitely a time to really draw a boundary in your life. Like, I am no longer going to go in a direction that isn't lighting up my soul, that isn't bringing the comfort to my person that I'm looking for. And, I just think there's something really beautiful in all that. as we're, starting to get into this moon phase here, finishing up and coming up on a new moon in Scorpio next week that is going to be an exact opposition to Uranus. So, November is no joke. So these are big time decisions here in October that are initiating a huge path, and we're starting to see this whole kind of year kind of come to a culmination of what you've decided to do in your life, what action you've taken, what you did dedicate to. A lot of it is character, like what character have you built through all this, through this year, through maybe hard times, big moves, and a lot of integrity too. So very important day, important times, and today's double star day. I love it. And I got the Empress reversed today for the tarot. It feels kind of like that energy, like we're going to be searching for what really does make us feel good and gives us the ability to create in this life, and to kind of mother almost the life that we really do want to go in, the direction we want, without being too diplomatic for areas of life that aren't bringing in that good feeling. So it's almost like we're cutting cords today of aspects of our life that are no longer giving us the creation that we're trying to bring out and to make come to life. And it does come through the belief, the vision, the feeling, the voice that we really do want to, hold true to. Why'd we get the Empress reversed? 9 of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like it's just that there's this new stairway to what reality is going to look like moving forward, and I think it's showing up today, and it's different. Like we kind of have to accept that we're going in a different way than maybe we ever thought we would be right now, but you know deep down within what's going to bring that great value, and we don't want to get too caught up in like maybe the old ideals. I think that we can still create some really amazing things, but today is going to show us how we can do it. And are we open to maybe make the changes to get down the road that we ultimately want, even though it's a road that maybe we didn't expect or know was coming. And the overall for today is the Ace of Pentacles upright. So yeah, it's the new road that I feel like is coming, and I feel like a lot of Chariot card energy. I wish we pulled that card, but that's just kind of what I get from the astrology, is that there's this calling that's trying to make you break free, that's trying to make you kind of like blossom into the most powerful essence of self. And we kind of have to, let go of what we thought was the most comfortable or what we thought was going to be the everything. And now it's really, let's go in the direction that, within our soul, within our intuition, we know is going to bring the abundance we're looking for, and the magic, and really the physical essence of life. But we have to kind of create that from within, and not, need the outer to come in and show it. Like, I think this is a powerful day to really get into what you need and want to really like have this foundation to grow it from within. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow. Much love. Peace.